Good morning, everyone. So, in today's session, we are going to start a new lesson, Soil and Rocks. It was given as chapter 12 in our Universal Science textbook. Shall we start our session? Yes. So, introduction, soil and rocks. And we very well heard this word before also, and we know what is soil, what are rocks, and how it looks like everything, isn't it? So here a picture was given. Can you able to find out what are this? Yes, one plant picture, then water, light, soil or nutrients, and air is given. So what is the relationship between these plant and these terms? Because plants are they very much needed these four things. They depend these four things in their life. Plants need water, plants need sunlight, plants need soil, and plants need air. Not only plants, even human beings, animals, every living organism need this. Have you all accept this one? Yes, we need water, we need light, we need soil, and we need air too. Why it was given plant? Because plants are the main things. For food, we also depend on plants. And plants, they are preparing their own food. So the first thing is plants only, isn't it? So it was given plant picture. So plants need water, sunlight, soil, and air. And we already discussed about air and water because we already covered the chapter air and water very well. Okay, so now today we are going to concentrate about soil. So today we are going to concentrate about what? Soil. So generally all plants need water, sunlight, soil and air to grow. Imagine ma, if there is no soil on the earth, can the plants grow? Is it possible? Because plants, they are growing on the soil, isn't it? The roots, definitely most of the roots, they are in the underground, that is under the soil, isn't it or not? Imagine if there is no soil, the plants can grow. No, isn't it? Okay, so today we are going to see detail about soil. So here different landforms are given. What do you mean by landforms? The land area. We know that our earth is made up of land and water, isn't it? Isn't it or not? Okay. Even though in land also different types of landforms are there. For example, check the picture, volcanoes are there, hills, islands, canyon, desert, ocean, river, jungle, mountains, marshes, waterfalls, plains. So many landforms are there, isn't it? So now the question, what do you mean by landform? Landform is a part of the earth's surface. Landform, where we can find this landform? We can find all these landforms in the part of earth's surface. What do you mean by earth's surface? Surface means what? Outer layer. That is called what? Surface. So the outer layer of the earth surface is called crust. We are living because all living things, all plants, animals and human beings, we are all living in a land area, that is landform. Desert is also a landform. Mountain is also a landform. River, that is also a landform. River means the banks of the river. Jungle, that is forest, that is also a landform. Grassland, that is also a landform, isn't it? Where these landforms are present, all these landforms are on the surface of the earth. So the surface of the earth is generally called as crust. C-R-U-S-T, crust. What do you mean by crust? The earth surface. What do you mean by crust? Earth surface. Here you can see. You all very well know about the earth structure, isn't it? It is somewhat spherical in shape, and we people are living on the surface of the earth, isn't it or not? So if you see, this is, imagine this is the globe. Imagine this one is the globe. The picture was given, and we people are living, not only we, all the living things, all the land area, all the ocean area, everything is present on the surface of the earth. So that surface of the earth is called crust. It was given here. Crust, that is surface, because we people are living in the surface only, isn't it? And if you see, the innermost layer is called what? Core. The innermost layer of the earth is called what? Core. Okay, so where we can live, we are living in the crust area. So it is a place for all known life, because all the life, plants life, animals life, human being, even microorganisms, all the lives are taking place in the crust region. So the topmost layer on the surface of the crust is called soil. Okay, now we are clear about the crust. Earth surface is called crust, and we people are living on the earth crust surface. So just concentrate on the crust now. So the topmost layer on the crust, the topmost layer on the crust is called soil. So where you can find the soil? We can find the soil on the topmost layer of the crust. On the earth surface, the surface is called crust. The topmost earth surface is called, in the place where soils are present. The topmost layer of the crust only we can find the soil. Have you all clear? Okay. So now we are going to see about soil. So where we can find this soil? We can find the soil in the topmost layer on the earth surface. This is the topmost layer on the surface. This is the topmost layer of the surface, and there we can find the soil. So what do you mean by soil? Soil is a natural resource, because by naturally it was formed. It was formed by natural, not by the any chemical properties, or by any experiment and all. We are not preparing. All the soils are not formed. Okay, it is a natural resources, and all the living, not all the living things are sustained on the earth. It plays a very important role. It plays, which one? Soil plays an very important role on sustaining life on earth. Are you all clear with this? So I repeat once again. What do you mean by landform? Landform is nothing but the land area, different types of land areas. All the different types of land areas are called landforms. Okay, so where you can find this landform? The topmost, on the earth surface only. Where you can find this landform? All the landforms are present on the earth surface. What do you mean by the earth surface? That is called what? Crust. And crust is a place where all the living things are known for its life. So the topmost, in the topmost layer of the crust only, soils are present. So soil is a natural resource, and all the lives are sustained on this soil. Okay, now how the soil was formed, that is formation of soil. Formation of soil. Okay, formation of soil means from somewhere only soil has been formed, isn't it? So where, that only we are going to see now, and it is not a sudden process. Immediately the soil doesn't form. It never forms immediately. It is a gradual and a continuous process. Gradual means what? Not immediately. That is somewhat slow process. It will take even years, thousands of years to make to form a soil. Okay, it is a gradual and continuous process. Okay, okay. At the beginning, the earth was covered by huge rocks. When the earth was formed, when the beginning, very first time, the earth was not, no soil particles were formed. It was fully made of, just formed by the rocks. What rocks? Huge rocks. Huge means what? Big, big rocks. At the beginning of the earth was covered by rocks, big rocks, that is was given here huge rocks. Can you able to see the picture? The picture is given full of rocks. Later, due to the continuous change in temperature and weather, small rocks were formed. First, it was very very big rock. Due to the climatic changes and weather condition, it was broken down into smaller rocks. What do you mean by continuous change in temperature? Temperature means there should be somewhat increasing temperature and decreasing temperature. Weather, different weather conditions, cold, sometimes snowy, and sometimes very hot, isn't it? So due to the different climatic temperature and weather, the rocks were, the huge rocks are broken, and it was changed as small rocks, and that smaller rocks even further undergo some cracking mechanism. It was become even smaller and very tiny soil particles at last. Here the picture was given. Initially, at very first, they are big rocks, then they are, after breaking, they become smaller and even too small, and here at last very tiny particles. Okay. So I told different climatic conditions. What are the climatic conditions? Rain, sunlight, wind, and snow. We even imagine in our day to day life, for a year we are having 12 months, and during the 12 months we are getting different seasons also, isn't it? Sometimes it was rainy, sometimes it was very hot, sometimes we have find a pleasant period, and sometimes we are getting autumn season and all, isn't it? This is because of the different climatic changes. That is, here also it was given. Due to these different seasonal change, the rocks are broken, and finally it was become a small particles. What are the climatic changes? Rain, sunlight, wind, and snow. Because of these things, it causes cracks and breaks up in the rocks. Sometimes the rocks was covered by the snow. After sometimes for some period, due to heavy temperature, the rocks will it is present in the open area only, isn't it? So heavy sunlight fall, it may be fall on that rocks, and sometimes heavy rain, sometimes heavy blow of wind, everything has been happened to that rocks, isn't it? So due to these continuous things, what happened? The rocks, you can some cracks were found, it was formed on the rocks, and it breaks up. So prolonged period, continuous period of these repeated seasonal changes, the rocks are broken down at last into a very fine powder. That powder is called soil. Have you all understand? Initially, our earth was, during when the earth was formed, at that time only huge rocks are there. Later, because of these climatic changes, it cracks and it breaks down into a fine powder, that is called what? Soil. Okay. So now the soil, what are the things present in the soil? The soil consists of the particles of earth, clay, sand, pebbles, humus. Humans means what? Dead and decaying materials of plants and animals. That is falling of leaves, dry leaves, dead animals, everything. Okay, that is called humus, that was changed into the humus. And not only this, even water, air, everything is present. So soil, it's a combination, it's a mixture of things. Water, it's not, no, it's not only earth, it contains some stone, some humus, some sand, everything. Okay. And important thing, not only the climatic changes, even sometimes roots of the plants also break the rocks. Here the picture is given. Somewhere you may find these also. In between the rocks, the trees or some plants will come out. Have you seen before anywhere? Yes, sometimes roots of plants inside the rocks breaks rocks into small particles. That might also happen. Okay, so in today's session, just we have seen what is the importance of soil. Very general information only I given. Plants need four main things. One of the things is soil, and how the soil is formed, where it is present. It is present in the earth top crust. The topmost crust of layer of the crust is called soil. How it was formed. Okay, so the next remaining topics, that is what is the composition, what are the things which are present in that soil, and what are the different types of soil, we will continue in this second video. Okay, next class. Okay, thank you.